unnecessary, and the work is not understood by the man on the street. It is a necessary function, and you have to appreciate those people that have done the job over the years, traveled, left their families behind, and had to spend lonely nights in hotels on Curacao and on other islands, away from the wife, away from the children. So do not think that I don't have understanding for Senator Ray Hassel's position. I do. I traveled that same route for 12 years and more, because I was also a spokesman for Saba before I became a parliamentarian. And so, as I said before, I want to thank Ray Hassel. His home is with the WIPM party. If he decides between now and the middle of next month that, listen, I want to throw my hat in the ring, the WIPM party is there, available for him. So I just wanted that to go on record as well. This is not about me. We have other candidates running, but I am making myself available to the party. And if I'm going to run, I'm going to run in a way that I'm accustomed to. I've always been a hard-fighting politician, and I intend to maintain my winning style. I'm not going to change a winning style now at this age. So expect me to campaign like I'm accustomed to. Although, having said that, we have Christmas coming up. The elections are only the 22nd of January. There's enough time. There's enough time in January to campaign. So I'm just bringing out this program to give the people of Saba an idea as to what is happening. But the campaign itself will start after the Christmas and New Year season is over in January. There's enough time for politicians to quarrel among themselves during that 3-week period. Also, I want to ask those of you, who have the means to support the political party. The WIPM party has a campaign account at RBTT Bank. We ask you, and we will approach you by letter, to make a contribution to the party to take part in the elections. As I said before, we have never taken money funny money, I would put it that way. We have taken donations from established business people on St. Martin, especially friends of mine that over the years, boys that I grew up with, who became very wealthy afterwards. I'll ask them for a $500 here and there. But we have never taken shady money. We don't intend to do so now. And the money that the party collects is accounted for. I myself administer that. I have records going back to the 1960s of elections, how much they cost, what the money was spent on, and so on. So rest assured that any money that you give to the WIPM party to campaign with will be accounted for, and you don't have to worry that it will go on a private bank account, or that somebody will buy a car with your money. It will be used to cover normal campaign expenses, and we also try to keep campaign expenses down. When I hear figures being mentioned on the other islands, the cost of an election is unbelievable. We never did go that route on Saba. We don't intend to now. Finally, I would like to thank you for listening to my many words. Again, I call on all potential voters to consider this election very serious. Even though it may seem unnecessary, it is essential that the WIPM party complete the job that we have been negotiating with Holland to get our new status next year. We don't want to elect somebody other than the WIPM party and then maybe gang up with some of these people on Curacao to go confront Holland with nonsensical proposals that will put Holland in a position to tell us, okay, the only thing I have left for you is independence. Those of you who follow the news, don't be misled by these propagandists who are there, these sour mouths trying to put you up against Holland. Listen to the Dutch news. This man, Mr. Wilders, and his party are gaining ground every day in Holland. There's a very important election in 2011. Hopefully not before, but if the government in Holland fall tomorrow, they will have elections. This man is expected to gain a lot of strength. I have spoken to members of his party. Mr. Brinkman is one of them, and they are telling us straight, prepare for independence. If we get in government, we're going to cancel all those sweetheart deals that this present Dutch government have made with the islands, and we are going to set a date for you to go independent. I confronted Mr. Brinkman in the Dutch Parliament, and he said, Mr. Johnson, there's many ways we can give you independence. One way is we can cut off all financial aid to the Netherlands until it's immediately after we assume office, and that will be a form of independence. So I'm not trying to frighten anyone. I'm telling you the facts the way they are. You can listen, read the newspapers, listen to the Dutch news, and rest assured that it is only the WIPM party that can carry your case forward and bring this whole constitutional discussion to a good conclusion in 2010. So come out there in January, support the Orange Party, and support the candidate of your choice on the Orange Party. Only one person can get elected on the ticket, so you make sure you vote for the person that you feel is best suited to represent you for the short period that a parliament will exist. I want to thank you for listening, and there will be other programs coming up, also by other candidates in the coming months. And thank you very much, and good evening.
This is my island in the sun, where my people have toiled since time begun. I may sail on many a sea, her shores will always be home.